Hi, it's Jill from Jilly Bean Studio. I hope you're well, and if you have some time today, I hope you can journal with me. In this video, I'm going to gather some supplies for 2 current journals. I'm going to be really chatty about my journal process, and I'm grabbing a cup of coffee to enjoy. So I hope you grab whatever supplies you love and a cup of whatever you enjoy and can join in too. I made these day of the week stickers in my Procreate app. I'm liking the spring colors. I'm just gathering things. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to use. So I have a lot of supplies today. Some magazine images, ephemera, and I'm also working today in my altered book junk journal. This one I've been working in for a while. The Hobonichi is brand new. And some of the things I like to do when I'm gearing up for the next month of journaling, I don't know, do you find you do that? You're in a kind of the next month inspires you or season, is sometimes go back to an oldie. So this is my first junk journal ever in 2020. I loved it. I had no clue what I was doing. I just enjoyed playing with paper, and in this one I have some Zentangle inspired art. I actually used some of the color when I was playing around on the day of the week stickers from this page. I just like the colors in it. Had a few sessions earlier. And yeah, Zentangle is making abstract art with structured patterns. It's really fun and easy. In fact, I went through the teacher training for that, so I'm a CZT. I did that years ago. And when I was doing spring cleaning, I found the Zentangle paper tiles kind of in a box. And I thought, you know, when we make our artwork, why don't we put it in a place we can enjoy it more? So I've added it, even though I made it a while ago, to my altered book junk journal. So I'm going to work a little bit more in that as well. Okay, let's jump in. This is the new Hobonichi Day Free, and this is, yeah, it's my third one. I really don't use the calendar pages too much in the front. I have tried in the past. We'll see how it rolls for this one, but I'll just give you a little peek if you're not familiar with it. And my journal practice is to do 2 pages a week. Generally, that's what I stick to. Sometimes I do more than that. Oh yeah, and this will go all the way to March 2023. I tend to use this journal for about 6 months. My last video, if you care to see it, is a flip through of the latest Hobonichi Day Free, and I did enjoy it. So I'm gonna start this one for the month of May. I'm gonna tweak my process a little, and I am gonna work off camera for a few minutes because I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do. So I played around and I decided to collage a May cover page. So here it is. Took my time with it. I did some hand lettering, a little bit of watercolor, and then I found these Tim Holtz. They're black and white. I guess they're sort of like prints or engravings. They have that look to them. The seahorse, the fern, the paintbrushes. I just love them in contrast with the colors that I used. So I popped those on too. And again, I've not normally done a cover page. I've just jumped into the weeks. So that's a new plan. All right, let's do some journaling. I hope that you're doing well. It is spring in New England. If you hear my voice, allergies have hit. It's yeah, it's that time of year. Beautiful flowers starting to bloom, the trees are budding, and my allergies are kicking in. I'm using an acrylic block and the Tim Holtz I think I'm going to say Tim Holtz a lot today. Tim Holtz Distress Oxides. I just picked up this pink. I love it. It's Kitsch Flamingo. And I'm using a little bit of water, smushing it on the page. And again, I'm tweaking my journal process a little bit. Usually I just plunge into the 2 pages, my weekly spread, write about what's going on in my life, some events, things I want to remember, more of an overview. I don't do day-to-day pages. And I decided instead of facing the blank page, as we journalers say, I would maybe prep more pages at the beginning of the month. So I think this is sweet, pastel, and very wet. So I'm going to let that dry and work in the Altered Book Junk Journal for a little bit. I love this card on the left. It was part of a gift. It's a watercolored piece, and I think it might look really cute on the journal front. That will be for another day, but I had it right on my journal table. So in this one, I'm playing with paper again, like I did in my older one, layering, playing with supplies. So the purpose of this particular journal for me is bulking it up a little bit, playing with book pages, sketching art, just having a go and enjoying different techniques, and also kind of keeping it in the theme of spring. And I'm really loving, I'm using these frames as kind of like, well, I'll use them as frames, obviously, but I kind of have a door and window vibe going in this journal. I'm not sure. So I thought they would be really fun to use, but as I discovered, and maybe you know this, they are so thick that these, I think they're called baseboard frames by Tim Holtz, that I was wondering if I could peel them off, and I sure could. So I took some time to do that, and now I have 3 frames instead of 1. So it's really easy. When you look at them, you'll see the layers. They peel off very easy. And the idea, of course, is they'd be too thick on the inside pages of the journal. Again, great on the cover, but on the inside, I didn't think I'd be able to close the pages. So what I decided to do in this part of the journaling session is go through some of the pages and look to frame, maybe making a focal point. And I like this. You also could paint these, but I really enjoy the craft brown color. And I think it works well on this page because I have the image of the door surrounded by the books and the waterfall on the left. So there we go. And again, that's one of those older Zentangle tiles that I laid over with a die cut flower. Use some book pages for that. I like that. This next one, I'm using the frame a little bit differently. I decided to put the flower image over the top. For some reason, I like that better. And then I fiddle around. I'm dropping my glue. Having a glue struggle here. And then I'll finally get it going. So I hope your journaling is going well. For me, as you can tell, my spring allergies, as I've mentioned earlier, are kicking in, but also my love of spring. I have a lot of botanicals in this Altered Book Junk Journal. I made that little postcard, and I'm going to be adding to that. This is a fun technique if you just want to get your thoughts out. smush a little paint. I love the sunflower yellow paint there on the page. It's acrylic and a micron. I just did some journaling, and now I think this will be a sweet little page turn, or kind of a focal point, right? All right, making sure that's going to stick. And I think I mentioned I'm using art glitter glue. I find that it's a little pricier, but it's been lasting me a long time. Okay, and this is actually the top of the frame. And for a moment, I had a thought of using the larger frame that I just pulled in and then changed my mind. So I like this frame, especially because the bird on the top, I think that's a goldfinch, has those really sweet yellows and greens. So I'm going to frame this little flower from a book page. So what are you working in lately? Are you a junk journaler? Do you do a creative daily or weekly journal? I would love to know. I hope your journaling is going well and you're enjoying playing on the page. Oh, I forgot, I couldn't get glue on that corner, so I just went in with a little bit more on a scrap piece of paper. Okay. Here is the Hobonichi, all dry. And I'm going to prep a few more pages. I'm going to pull in the die cuts and some stenciling. I'm also going to use some mild liners and keep to these pink and purple themes. The 3 distressed oxides that I used is that Kitsch Flamingo, the new one I picked up. Oh yeah, I have some washi tapes that I'm thinking about too. And then the Shabby Shutters is the green. And the other one, the blue, is Broken China. I find they leave this really pretty watercolor effect and are so versatile. Or of course you can use them, which I'll be doing next, with stencils and so forth. Now this was a thought that I didn't follow through with. I was gonna do birds on a wire, and because I have the bird on the right, and I started to do that, and then I thought, no, I'm just gonna stencil. So going back in with the Kitsch Flamingo. I hope these allergies clear up. It's so pretty to see all the buds and flowers outside and then feel like your body is rejecting the world of pollen on the inside. Ugh. All right, this is a sweet stencil from, I have a big pile of Craft Smart stencils. They're paper stencils. They're actually red on the other side. And I think they're like a cardstock. I got them at Michael's. And most of these magazine clippings I got from, I think, like a Better Homes and Gardens and All Recipes. I had a few free magazines someone gave me. I keep playing with that mango ginger tea envelope. It really doesn't go anywhere today. I enjoy the colors. As really those day of the week stickers that I made, I'm not ready for them yet. And it's funny because, again, I like to do this week in review, and I don't always go, specific days. I kind of just summarize, but I just decided to play with them and have them on hand. So we will see what happens. I guess one of the differences, if you are thinking about journaling or new to journaling, is in this creative journal, it's about my day-to-day life and brighter colors. And in my altered book junk journal, it's more about playing with art and paper. This is more the journal I document in. So I'm going to do some off-camera time, and I've finished the backgrounds for a few more pages. Doodled that little girl, put in a quote. Yeah, and just some cute paper. I used the Distress Oxides I used the Kitsch Flamingo to make those little boxes and put a little paint on them to blend them in. Washi tape. So I think I'm ready for May. I hope you are too. Let me know how things are going for you. And there's the cute little frames, 3 for the price of 1. Little craft hack there. Tags. Yeah, I think, oh, and I added this butterfly to that postcard. And the frame there, I really love that one. All right, I think that's it for today's video. Be well, everyone. Thank you to all subscribers. I really appreciate you. And thank you so much for watching.